Welcome to Jay Weezy's world. All right, so what's up, ladies and gents? So, leg day, it is Saturday. Gym is nice and empty. Got the hoodie on to stay warm. And I'm ready to get active. So, first thing I'm obviously going to go ahead and get things started off with is the hack squat. Now, one thing as far as a hack squat for me, or when it comes to leg day, I like to take my time to get warmed up. So, what I went ahead and did is, whether if it's this, leg press, whatever it is, before I get into my working sets, I'm going to do about 3 or 4 warm-up sets. So I did 3 sets with no weight on here. The machine is pretty heavy itself. 3 sets of 10 to 12, and then 1 set with the 45 on for 10. And then so last week I ended off with, or last workout for legs, I ended off my last working set with 2 45s and a 10 on each side. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump in on that, see how many I can get. So I'm going to go for 2 sets. I like to get 8 to 10. So that's the goal. And let's see where we're at. And again, welcome to Jay Weezy's world. All right. And you probably noticed I've been into the hack the last few sessions, and I definitely have. And I do have my leg day shoes on. Whew. Comment in the comment section, how many do you think I'm going to get? All right. Ooh, that feels heavy. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10. All right. Whew, okay. I feel really good about that. Okay, so before I lose my breath too quick, so I feel really good about that set. Definitely can't wait to go back to the video and see how it looked. So I don't want to get too big for my britches, so I'm going to keep the weight the same and go for another 10 piece on the next set. But a little chitty chat as I'm resting. Let me check my time. Mentioned my last video, going to or having a potluck at the job was a success. Squad always does a really good job. Had my little bowl of pozole, my little accoutrement with it, cabbage, lettuce, onions, all that. Called it a day. And back to the grind. So I see you guys in the next set here. I'm sweating my butt off in this hoodie. Like, just as a big man, you're already retaining that heat. This isn't helping, but yeah. Yeah, now I'm yapping your off. I'll see you in the next set. All right, let's go ahead and get this next set in. I had a cramp when I was doing bench press yesterday right here in my stomach, or ab. So it still feels a little crampy. I don't even know if that's a word. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this next set. Sweating my butt off. All right. I always want to make sure my feet feel good when I'm doing this. So take a couple seconds. All right. And what I mean by good is like the placement of them. All right. Make sure my foundation's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 9. Whew. More. One más. Come on. Ay, Dios mío. All right. Happy with that. Now, what's unfortunate is the leg extension that I like, I see is out of service. And they do a pretty good job at this gym as far as getting things fixed. So I'd imagine a few days when I do legs again, it'll be fixed. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to get some extensions in. The other extension I can go ahead and use switches from an extension to a curl. And you guys have seen that in my previous videos. It's a little bit more loosey-goosey in a good way. I don't even know if that even makes sense. But one thing I'll say that I've noticed between the mic and the editing, with as much as loud as the music is in here, it doesn't bleed through as much as I think it would. But yeah, one thing I like about this leg day room is, if you've seen my previous videos, one of the walls is pretty much all windows, and you get to see everybody, you know, kicking it downtown and kind of people watch for a second between sets. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put this weight up. All right, so getting onto these leg extensions. Yeah, this one flips from a leg extension to a leg curl. So today I'm using obviously as an extension, and I have 245s and 90 pounds total. And I've used this once actually months ago as an extension. So you see how many reps I can get with the 90. I'll pause at the top a little bit. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Okay. So the 90 feels good, but I do think I want to add just a little bit. So I'm going to use that as a warm up or measurement. And I see you guys in the next set. All right. So I went ahead and added a 25 on. So see how this feels. Go ahead and get buckled in, like tighten up like some Grahams biscuits. All right. All right, that feels good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. That felt good. I don't know. I think this might be my go-to moving forward. We'll see. And what I mean by loosey goosey earlier is like, it's hard to describe where, you know, when you're using a machine, check my time, and it's more mechanical, it's like keeps you just straight, like you're kind of, it's almost like the machine seems too smooth or easy, where this is kind of like a natural movement of your leg, but you have obviously weight against it. So there's a lot more pressure up top when you're getting that squeeze on the quad. And yeah, just, I think it's because of the counterbalance of the weight. But anyways, and I will tell you this, I ate way too close to come in here. I had a little breakfast. I was like, oh, let me eat something before I leave. Bad idea. Bad idea. I am bloated, gassy. So I'm glad nobody's here. All right, I'm gonna go for another 10 to 12. Seven, 9, 10, 11. Feel it in my quads are crazy. 12. Ooh. It's crazy because again, when you're at the top of the movement, I can feel my quads like flexing. Like obviously, you're using that on any machine. You're using your muscles, but I think I'm really liking this where it's just imagine just like a bicep curl where you're like you come up and it's a squeeze. It's like that, and I usually try to pause at the top when it comes to extensions anyway. But for some reason, this feels different. Anyways, going on a little bit. So I'm go ahead and move on to more of a hamstring focused movements. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so we'll move on to the standing hamstring curl. But even though the movements I was doing before involves hamstrings, I'm still going to do 1 or 2 warm up sets um, just to get the hamstrings disengaged and nice and warmed up before I get into any heavier weight with this. So I'm just going to do a couple warm up sets at 30 pounds, and I'll see you guys here in a second. All right, so I went ahead and just adjusted the weight to 50 pounds. And getting these working sets. I think I might have to end up taking off the hoodie because elbows are slippery. It's kind of sliding off the pad a little bit, but let's go ahead and start off with the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right. Let's turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. Whew. Yeah, this thing is tough. Hold on. Make a little adjustment. All right. Let's go ahead and knock out this last working set here. See, what's nice is that my skin is able to kind of like stick to the mat. I hate just slipping like mid rep. I'm like, ah. Anyways, ma'am, wife's there with me across the way. Shades when I say ma'am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. You're just cracking laughing because of this. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. Any of you guys ever have this thought? Maybe some of you guys don't care. Maybe some of you do, but maybe it's because I'm a bigger guy. I don't know. Like I don't care, but I care. It's like I hope it looks like I know what I'm doing a little bit in these videos. You figure out as you go along the way. And trust me, I'm confident, but you never want to look at somebody like he has no clue what he's doing. All right, let's go ahead and get in these lying leg curls. All right, let's get in these lying leg curls. Whew. Whew. I think that was 10. All right, go ahead. Come here. Come on here. All right, check my time. I'm gonna go ahead and do another set of these, then go do my cardio. I'm gonna wrap up the video. If you guys are still here, appreciate you guys checking it out. Let me know what you guys think of the content, the workout, everything in the comment section. I'm gonna catch my breath. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.